Good evening. Welcome to Grandma's Attic Music Review. I'm so happy to be with you. I'm so excited about tonight's show. You all know how I feel about all things working together for the good. And I believe that even though for the first year ever, I didn't get any photographs in the f-stops here at the Hygienic, something maybe even more important than my photography happened. I go down there, and whenever I go into the Hygienic, I end up hanging out a little bit just because it's a cool place to hang out. And I embarked on this conversation with another photographer who had some really cool art, by the way, that did get into the f-stops here, by the way. So you can go down and see this person's work at the Hygienic, at least for a couple more weeks. Anyway, we got into conversation, and it came out that he was a musician. Now, little did I know what an accomplished musician this person was. I have since then stalked his page. I asked him to come I knew some of the other musicians that he associated with, and usually a good peach hangs out with a good peach. You know, bad apples fall to the bottom of the barrel, and good apples hang out together. Good peaches stay together. So if you're a good musician, you're usually hanging out with good musicians. So because I knew some of the people he hung with, I invited him to come here. I've never heard him play live. Well, except for before the show. He just did a little bit. But I got on his page on Facebook and I stalked him. And after he plays, we're going to talk about some of the things I found out when I stalked him. But yeah, this is an amazing, amazing musician. He's been nominated for an Americana Music Award, and that's very cool. That's a big deal, by the way, for Americana musicians. And now I'm going to turn the show over to him because I want you to welcome him into your heart and into your home. Please welcome Brian Dolzani.
Thank you so much. That was a wonderful intro and all true. It's all very right. Exactly. It was a serendipitous meeting between us, and I'm very thankful for it. So welcome everybody. My name is Brian Dolzani, and I'll be playing some music for you. I'm going to start off with some music from my new record. It's called We Are Magic. And I recorded it in my basement, all instruments, full band arrangements over the pandemic. And I think it has a really cool indie vibe to it. I'm going to start with a song called Sunshine Again, which I wrote in Houston in a hotel somewhere in between shows during a massive, massive rainstorm. But I kind of expanded it a little bit so it's a little more metaphorical than just the literal storm I was in. Sunshine Again. I walk out on the street and I'll tell you what I see. Hysteria and confusion, and I know I'm not the only one. See the other as ourselves. Instead of anger, wish each other well. Too much darkness, too much rain. I just want to see the sunshine again. Too much sorrow, too much pain. I just want to see the sunshine again. Sunshine again. Too much darkness, too much rain. Too much darkness, too much rain. Too much sorrow, too much pain. I just want to see the sunshine again. Yeah, thanks all.
I like that.
Thank you. It's called Sunshine Again, and in these times that we're in, we always need a little more sunshine than we have, I think. I'm gonna go back to my previous album before this one, called Horse. I recorded it here in Chester, Connecticut, with my buddy Eric Lichter and at Dirt Floor. All right. Well, I do too. And we made a great album together. It's called Horse, and it's one of my favorite songs from it. And I was reading an Alan Lomax book about it's called The Land Where the Blues Began, and it was stories of him finding all this music down in the Deep South in the 10s and 20s and 30s and 40s, and there were a lot of stories in that book, so I lifted them, kind of rearranged them a little bit, made up a couple of my own, and it turned into this song, 50 Miles from Memphis. The old man in the country store gives us moonshine and cigarettes. Got a full stack of dirty mags. Our folks haven't found them yet. Sweet Janie's gonna let us look underneath her Sunday dress. 50 miles from Memphis. 50 miles from Memphis. We snuck out after midnight, out past the railroad tracks. Folks raged about being poor, folks raged about being black. Now I know I'm a white kid, I know what the difference is. 50 miles from Memphis. 50 miles from Memphis. Feet wet in Mississippi mud. Oh, the river, it winds and bends. Folks talk about getting out, ride the river till the river ends. Growing up in a shotgun shack, gone daddy and a pregnant sis. 50 miles from Memphis. 50 miles from Memphis. Yeah, we loved old Willie. He would let us come in and play cards on his kitchen table. He would always let us win. When they hung old Willie, they said he would not be missed. 50 miles from Memphis. 50 miles from Memphis. Got a brand new 49 pearl white Cadillac, a couple friends and a case of beer, and we ain't looking back on a getaway to anywhere, remembering Janie's kiss. 50 miles from Memphis. 50 miles from Memphis. Miles from Memphis. Thanks, you guys. Thank you very much. I'm going to keep things rolling. Thanks for joining us tonight. Where do I put this? Right here. Get this tuned up here a little bit. There's a song I've been lovingly calling a protest song. I've got a couple of them out there. I think I wrote this one 2017-ish. And unfortunately, it's still relevant today. I could always keep adding verses, unfortunately. But I think it's an important song to sing, and it's called Culture of Fighting. There's a man and there's a woman, heated in the throes of devotion to their own ideas. And there's the left and there's the right, there's the day and then there's the night. Yell loud enough and they'll believe you. We've become a culture of fighting, but fighting leads to more fighting. It's the state we're in, permanent or temporary. There's no doubt that it's getting scary. Can anybody possibly win? Can anybody possibly win? There are friends and there are others, enemies and sworn ex-lovers. You can call them how you see them, but one day you'll have to lose it, so you may as well just choose it. You gotta learn to see beyond them. We become a culture of fighting. Fighting leads to more fighting. It's the state we're in. Permanent or temporary, there's no doubt that it's getting scary. Can anybody possibly win? Can anybody possibly win? Maybe we can if we get together now. I think we can if we get together now. Somehow. We become a culture of fighting, but fighting leads to more fighting. It's the state we're in. Permanent or temporary, there's no doubt that it's getting scary. Can anybody possibly win? I think we can, I think we can. I think we can, I think we can. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can, y'all. Thanks very much. Thanks very much. Yeah, I was listening to the news driving around in my car, as I usually do, and I walked in the back door. I threw down my keys. I'm like, we're in a culture of fighting, and I just went and wrote the song. So that's how that came about. It is the thing, I know, unfortunately. I tend to write a lot of introspective songs. That's kind of my personality, and this definitely fits the bill. This is on the We Are Magic album, and I wrote this probably halfway through the pandemic, just kind of taking stock of myself and where I've come and what I've gone through, and I think people can relate. It's called Who I Am. I let them take away my soul every day. Made friends with depression, wore it like a shirt. Blue was the sky, and black were their lies. It's only just so long that you can swallow the hurt. Who I am, who I am is flesh and bone, and tiny bits of stars. Who I am, what I could not see is everything that's beautiful in me. I didn't know where I was welcome. I feared every outcome, wishing I could die. If I couldn't run, I learned to hide myself away. And soon came the day I was emptier than a rain barrel in the desert sun. Who I am, who I am is flesh and bone, tiny bits of stars. Who I am, what I could not see is everything that's beautiful in me. at any point in time. Your soul is on the line. Please don't sell it just because someone will pay. Don't you wear that chain, it only brings you pain. So stay away from wardens and you'll be grateful every day. Who you are, is flesh and bone, tiny bits of star. Who you are, what you could not see, is everything. It's beautiful to me. Who I am, is everything. It's beautiful in me. Yeah, it's everything. It's beautiful in me. Self-positive song, I suppose. There's a few of them out there. Yeah, should we keep going? Let me think. What's next? Oh yeah, let's do this. Talking about myself in multiples. Let's do this. I always talk. It's me and my guitar. We're deciding together what we feel like doing. Take this off for now. Here's another nostalgic one from the new record. Going back through old relationships and super young love, and it's always fun to remember that you got through it. This is called Melancholy Waves. There was a time when strawberry wine flowed like a river from your lips to my lips. It made me shiver. We were just kids as your clothes slid off the back seat onto the floor, and I needed more than you could give me. Oh, melancholy waves, oh, melancholy waves, wash me away. I'll let my heart break and sit by the lake where we went swimming. Ain't that the way young love ignores the gray skies so willing? I made a mistake thinking she wouldn't change my soul. I thought I was strong, but all along I wasn't in control. Oh, melancholy waves, oh, melancholy waves, wash me away, wash me away. There was a time when our love flowed like a river. There was a time when our love flowed like a river. Thanks very much. Thanks, you guys. Let's see, where are we at? All right, let's see. I know what I want to do. I want to take us back down south for a bit here. I had another overnight in Mobile, Alabama. On a tour back in probably 2017 again. And I was just soaking in the atmosphere of the soil and the energy down there. And remembering the history and the current moments, how it juxtaposed to the history of the South. And came up with a song called Gulf Shore Morning. Sunday morning, church bells ringing, Mobile, Alabama. Pretty girls in Sunday dresses, my eyes focusing like a camera. I'm thinking of you, and I'm thinking of me. I'm missing you like a train. Southern breakfast, crab and eggs. Wondering if you feel the same. Oh girl, if you remember my name, come and see me on my Gulf Shore morning. Girl, I know you can't stay, 'cause you've got a way that's different than mine, and I love you forever and a day. I'll stay here and I'll be okay. Magnolia trees, an oppressive heat. Spanish moss hangs like a man, condemned of everything, guilty of nothing. Something I'll never understand. Chasing the road to the edge of the water, like the devil goes after a dream. Playing my heart out for handshakes and handouts, seeing everything I can see. No, girl, if you remember me, come and see me on my Gulf Shore morning. We'll have a drink or two, and I'll I'll still love you as hard as ever, until with this life we are through. It might be the best I can do. Moving westward towards the Delta, blues is on my mind. I'm picking 6 strings, angels and devils, under the juke joint lights. Down here the feeling's just right. So come and see me on my Gulf Shore morning. I'll be walking the streets. We'll make love in motels, hear them church bells that remind us what sinners are we. But oh, ain't it great to be free? Gulf Shore morning. Thanks very much. All right. Still going? All right. Okay. Let's keep it going then. I wanted to do...
Just for timing, you probably got about 2 more songs.
Okay. Perfect. So in that case, I'm going to do... Yeah.
I was just given the word you have 1 more song, and this is it.
Okay. Perfect then. Then I will save the best for last and do the title track to my new record, which is inspired right before the world shut down in fall of 2019. I was down, speaking of Americana stuff, I was down at Americana Fest in Nashville, one of my favorite places ever, and I was watching a show out in like at least 100-degree heat out in the pavement with a bunch of crazy music fans and musicians and just, my kind of people. So I went home back to Connecticut here and wrote this song about all of us and called We Are Magic. Sweating it out, standing on the sun. It's a beautiful feeling, it's a beautiful life. Our beautiful souls living in the moment. We are magic, turning darkness into light. We are magic, little bit tragic. We are magic. Birds of a feather, take me under your wing. Teach me how to soar, teach me how to fly. Strangers at first, lovers at last. We are magic, it's that look in our eyes. We are magic, little bit tragic. We are magic. sweating it out, standing on the sun, in the perfect crazy company. The closer we get to burning out is the closer we get to being free. We are magic, little bit tragic. We are magic. We are magic. We are magic. We are magic.
Woohoo!
We are magic. Thanks, y'all.
So while Brian's getting his guitar put down and coming over to sit with me, let's talk about what's going on in the hood. There are shows everywhere. So coming up in November, the Eastern Connecticut Symphony Orchestra will be playing its second show of the season. Get your tickets now. And, you know, I give tickets away on that radio show y'all know about, 90.9 FM WCNI. Come on over, Brian, and mic up. So you can do that. Let's see. Philomena's is having music every Friday and Saturday night. The Social is doing music at least 4 nights a week. Let's see. There's a new restaurant in town. There's several, but one is called the Blue Duck. Check it out. I haven't been there yet, but I've heard that the food is fabulous. The Hygienic has a show running called The F Stops Here. Brian's got photographs in it. I don't, but I mean, I'm not bitter or anything, but you're going to come see his work. We're going to talk to Brian now. Hey.
Hey.
Welcome
What's
to
going
the
on?
show.
Thanks for having me.
You were right when
cool
you
thing.
said it was serendipitous, but I think there's more to it than that. I'm a firm believer that the universe knows what it's doing, even if we don't. And for us to come together the way that they did, and for you to be as extraordinary as you are, without, I mean, sight unheard, sound unheard. I just took you at face value, and
Which apparently was enough.
I don't know if I've ever done that before. Usually, in cases like this, somebody else says to me, "Have you heard of? Have you heard?" And then it usually works.
Yeah.
There's a couple times it didn't work out.
Yeah.
But this time, I hadn't heard anything from you except that you were a musician, and you talked to a couple of people that I knew.
Yeah.
So, not just are you another one of the many folk Americana musicians around, you're good.
Thank you.
You're good.
I've been at it a long time, and I want to improve every album, every song I write. I want to get better and dig deeper, and
Do you have any plans to work with Eric again?
I don't have any plans right now. Like I said, I recorded this last one in my basement, which was kind of nice and free.
By yourself.
By myself,
free.
and free.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I don't know. I don't even have new songs like ready quite yet, but they're coming.
You will.
I've been
There's
really
no doubt
happy
in my
with.
mind.
Yeah, it's like post-pandemic. It's weird. It's like we're all trying
trying
to get back to our
figure out.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I don't think
So-
we'll ever get back to where we were. I think it's a new world and a new vibe. I think that I think that we value each other more. I think that the pandemic, the isolation of the pandemic made us value each other a little more.
Well, that's how
a
we
good
feel as
thing.
musicians and artists too. Like, I could tell people are thankful to be out seeing music again.
Yeah,
and just as we are. I mean, I don't know any artist musician who's not grateful to be
either.
able to step on stage and have people be there.
So I have to ask you, do you know the Meadows Brothers?
A little bit.
Okay.
Ian a little bit. I've met him, a couple
I
times.
used to work with them
Oh,
back
okay.
in the day.
Okay.
Before they were doing what they're doing now.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't get nominated for this Americana award. Cat Wright, Eric and Amy, is that I'm my brain, but some names.
Yeah, and
Some
all over
real
New England too.
names.
So it's quite an honor. I mean,
And
it was.
You didn't have to put that out. Somebody else
No,
put you
yeah.
out
So I
there.
guess fans vote. I don't know. I'm a fan of music, and I didn't hear about how to vote. So they've got a network, New England Music Awards, whatever. They've got a network of people they maybe give ballots to or whatever, and
They send out a thing, at least on Facebook, and tell you to vote.
okay.
I know.
So
for me,
if you're in their network, yeah, I just didn't happen to see it, so I didn't get to nominate anyone. It was
how
very,
exciting is
totally
it? Though?
exciting, and I didn't even see the initial rollout. Whatever, a friend had to tell me, hey, by the way, I don't know if you know, but you've been nominated. And I said I had no idea. I looked it up. I'm like, wow, total
That's so
surprise,
exciting.
and very very blessed to be
So let's
recognized.
talk a little bit. I know so little about you. Scrolling your stalking
Mm-hmm.
your Facebook page, I learned a little bit here and there. You've got a beautiful wife.
Thank you. That's nice.
Is she musical?
No, she's not, but she supports the arts.
I'm
She supports
sure.
me. She's been married to me for a long time, so she definitely supports the art and loves music,
That's
as
awesome.
as a fan for sure.
That's
Yeah,
wonderful.
yeah.
That's wonderful. She doesn't even take pictures?
She actually was a photographer. She did some darkroom classes in high school and college, and she carried a camera around for a long time. She
Nice.
put it down eventually, and then I picked it up.
You picked
later.
it up
Yeah.
when she put it down?
Yeah, kind of.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
When I went on my first big tours of the United States back in like 2015, 16, is when I first started. So I haven't been touring all that long, but I've been playing forever.
Right,
but
right,
just
right,
like
right.
more recently, kids are older and I've been touring more. I brought a couple cameras along. I'm like, I'm seeing all this great stuff. I've got to start photographing it. And then
Right.
from there, I just been obsessed with photography. So I take street, I take landscape, and portraits here and there, portraits of her and my family and stuff. So it's fun.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let's talk about your musical history. When did you pick up your first instrument and what was it?
First instrument was violin in 4th grade. So I did the
Nice.
whole school band thing, and I support keeping music in schools and all that. And that's a whole
Absolutely.
other thing, but that would be terrible to not. I mean, I know it gets cut and it's awful. So yes, so school band, 4th grade violin, and then I jumped over to the saxophone, played that like
Wow.
first string or first chair or whatever it was in like 6th, 7th, 8th grade. And then finally, when I was 15, I picked up an acoustic guitar, and
Is
I
that
was
like-
given it was a present from
Is that like
my
it?
family. It was pretty much it. Yeah, I was like, this is cool. This I could
But
dig with.
you play an electric guitar. I believe it's a Telecaster.
I have a couple. Yeah, I have a bunch of different guitars, but I definitely have been playing the Tele lately, which is fun. I love all guitars. I mean, you can't go wrong.
Well,
so
I think that guitar is probably one of the more versatile instruments, and it's probably easy to write songs on it.
and piano is actually
Oh.
what you want to learn on.
You and I shouldn't even talk. We should just sit here and let it go like this, except that they won't hear it. Because I was just about to say, and every house should have a piano in it.
Exactly. Yeah, mine did, and I'm thankful for it. And yeah, absolutely.
a
and we
piano
do.
in your
yes,
home now?
yes, we
Of
do.
course you do.
My youngest son Spencer, he's 17, and he's quite accomplished classical pianist. He's been taking lessons for a
Wow.
lot of years now, and I've never learned classical. I'm more of just like, I learn rock songs and Neil Young songs, and that's kind of my more
Neil
like
Young.
pop music.
You've got a little Neil Young song.
Yeah,
Sound.
Yeah,
a little
He's
bit
one of my biggest influences. So.
Really?
But Spencer can play classical, like, old pieces very, very well. So
That's awesome.
fantastic.
Does he play out? Does he play with any
not
any
out like gigs, but
classical-
he does recitals with his teacher, and he's done some in front of a crowd and in front of a group.
Nice.
Yeah, and then plays in chamber orchestra violin as well. So
Oh, that's awesome.
he's definitely got the music thing.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
That's so cool. I'm
yeah.
glad that you're passing on your gift.
Yeah,
Because you're
yeah.
definitely gifted.
Thank you.
So we know that Neil Young is one of your influences. Who else influenced you as you were coming up through learning about music?
Well, my first, if I go way back, like high school, when I first started learning guitar, it was always like, so I was such a quiet kid, very shy. I still am shy and quiet in a way. Believe me. But especially back then, so like I was into like more intense music. I was into Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath, Eddie Van
Really?
Halen, like really, like I was.
I
Like, my
just
friend the
don't
other day
see
knew
that
me way
in
back
you.
when he's
I
like, you
just-
were a shredder, and that's how I communicated with people and got attention. You know, in high school, like I could play all this
Wow.
Eddie Van Halen stuff, and
I
and
never
I'd
would
love-
have ever.
I don't think anyone would.
I would have.
know that.
I would have put you with
Yeah.
Simon and Garfunkel.
Well, eventually. So eventually,
Because
like later in
then-
high school, yeah, you mellow out a bit, and you know, what, at least I did. I mean, not everyone does, obviously.
Well, I was. A
But yeah, I got
rocker,
into
so.
I got into '60s rock and the Grateful Dead and James Taylor and Simon Garfunkel. You know, songwriter. I was just more into like
Yeah.
songwriting by then. So that's where Neil came in and all that stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What is it that makes you write a song?
That's a good question. I just have something that I want to express or rearrange. You know, like I take in a lot of input throughout the day, and sometimes I love it, sometimes I don't love it. I want to rearrange it, or sometimes it sparks an internal, like intuitive kind of a progression where I just want to make it into something else. I want to just make art.
Now,
You
the songs that you sang today, I don't see them all up on Facebook, but you put this fighting song, this
Culture
war
fighting.
song,
Yeah.
up on Facebook. Why did you do that?
Well, it was a single, so I made a video for it. That's probably
Okay.
what you're referring to. I mean, I don't have videos for all of my
The
songs.
words are
so,
all up there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. I read the words. I didn't hear the tune until you played it.
I guess it's one of those like artistic things where I'm not incredibly disciplined and I'm not incredibly methodical about it. So like some songs will get more attention than others. Like that was just one I made a video of because it was a single. I recorded it in Memphis with some great players. So I walked around Memphis. My buddy filmed me playing, and then I just I put the words up because I thought it was important. You know, it's just one of those like singles where I just thought it deserved a little bit more attention than
It's a great song,
other
and
stuff,
it does
so.
deserve attention, especially in this day and age when it feels like everything's a battle,
Yeah, exactly.
both between people
And encouraging battles between people, whether that's just the way we talk about to each other on Facebook or whatever.
Yep.
Everything's got to be a fight. Like I stand for this and I fight for that, and it's just like I don't know where you go from there.
I don't do it. I don't do it.
Yeah.
I don't do it. I walk away from or shut down the things that are negative.
Yeah.
And it's funny, when I was young, politics was really a big deal. And I turned 18 in 1978. So doing here what was going on in the world right then, and now politics has become so negative. There's just no, every once in a while on a more local level you can find some positivity in the people that are fighting for their neighborhoods.
Right.
But on the government level, I find that politics has become nothing but negativity and greed, and I don't know how to fix that. I don't know how to fix that except to turn my back on it and vote because I have to, and talk about it because I can't not,
Yeah.
but not be negative. We have to be positive in all that we do. I think that you, with your connection to the earth and your connection to how the universe and the earth connect you to your music, I hear that in your words, I hear that in your music. I think that you have a great positive vibe that is going out there to the world, and thank you for that. Oh my gosh, thank you.
That means a lot. Thank you for saying that.
It's important to put all that positivity out there. When you're writing a song, does the tune come first, or do the words come first, or is it
Very
a
good
little bit of
question.
both?
It used to be, when I first started running, it used to be the music first, because that's what I was always most comfortable with. I wasn't born to be a singer. Singing to me came a lot later than playing.
have a
I
great
was just
voice.
playing. Thank you. It's just something I've worked on for a long time, I guess.
Right.
Not like classically worked on, but just through singing. And now I want to say, I want to have something to say. So it's not just about chord progression, because sometimes, like I was about to just finish my thought, like the music came first and then I wasn't sure what I was going to say, and I feel like it was kind of secondary. Now I really want to have my poetry or whatever express, like verbal expression, I want that to be first, and then find the music to support that. Because I feel like if I'm not saying something I want to say, then I would rather not speak. That's my shyness.
I
don't need to just talk.
Right.
I'd rather have something.
So,
to say.
real quick, because we don't have a lot of time, and you are going to take us out with a song.
Okay.
Where can people find you? Where
Yes.
can people find you? And if you have some gigs coming up, they have to start the first weekend of November.
Okay. First of all, I'm on briandolzani.com. I'm on Spotify. Most of my almost 10 albums are on Spotify.
10
There's a
albums?
lot. 10 since, yeah. Well,
And I don't have any of them?
it's crazy.
Brian.
We got some catching up to
Brian!
do. Well,
I feel
a lot of them are on
Tell
there.
people where to find you. Tell people where to see you.
So Spotify, briandolzani.com. I'm on Facebook. I have my personal page and a band page. Instagram, Brian Dolzani Music, and my photography too. I have 2 Instagram accounts. Brian Dolzani Photo,
He's got great
which I
photos,
love
by
as
the way.
well. Thank you. And Bandcamp is a cool indie site for music, and so all my music is on there. You could stream it, buy it. For gigs, I'm playing up in Ridgefield, Connecticut, closer to my neck of the woods on November 18th
Nice.
at Nod Hill Brewery, which is going to be super fun with my band. And then I believe I actually just secured Westport Library in Westport has an amazing new facility, a stage, recording gear, all this awesome stuff. And I'm opening up for Chris Franz, who Tom Club and Talking Heads. He
I
has
know
association.
exactly who he is. That's my kind of music.
That's going to be cool. That's going to be cool. So I think I'm doing that opening show on the 19th of November. So
Nice.
18th and 19th, if you're around Connecticut, look me up.
The 19th. The 19th.
Friday and Saturday.
The 19th, just for y'all to know, is also the night of the Eastern Connecticut Symphony Orchestra. So
Oh, all right.
maybe
Yeah,
I'll do both.
maybe.
Okay, so would you
Okay.
do me a favor and take us out with a song?
Sure thing.
Thank you so much for driving all this way down to our show.
You're very welcome.
I'm so happy to have you here.
Thanks.
All right, he's going to take us out with a song. I hope that you will all remember, we are now coming into winter. Let me not spell it. Cold weather. Check on your neighbors. Check if you have elderly neighbors. Make sure that they have heat. Make sure that they have warm clothes. If you live near children, check on those kids. Make sure they have socks on those bare little feet. And if you have neighbors with pets that are leaving them outside 24/7, call somebody, because we're not going to freeze our animals this winter. I love you all. Thank you so much for being a part of Grandma's Attic Music Review. Till next week. Bye.
It's a song called Valley Town. This old valley town ain't much use for it now. The highway pushes on towards the city. If I exit now and I walk around, I'll see it's beautiful, but it ain't pretty. Have we lost respect for this land and its people? A little church on the hill with its steeple. Must we always be moving upward so quickly? Eventually we must come back around to this valley town, to this valley town. Let's get one thing straight. Time doesn't wait, and each day we choice to live again. Oh, but I'm no angel. I can be a stranger to the good things that I have, that I've been given. Have we lost respect for this land and its people? A little church on the hill with its steeple. Must we always be